Hello, welcome to Chapter 25, where we're going to be talking about solid liquid solutions. And so this is now thinking about things that are normally solid at the temperature we're considering being dissolved in usually water. I think everything we're going to consider in this chapter is aqueous solutions, but you could apply this just the same to an inorganic solvent with some sort of solid dissolved in it. And so this is a follow-up to our previous chapter on liquid-liquid solutions, where we're thinking about two liquids mixing together. So this is obviously another class of solution that's very important to chemists. We often dissolve things in water and do reactions and do equilibria in aqueous solutions, and so we need to understand the thermodynamics of these type of solutions. The last chapter, sort of in our thermodynamics part of the course, we will be looking at chemical equilibrium. So everything up to this point, there are no reactions happening, but in the chapter 26, we'll be looking at chemical equilibrium. Okay, so since we're thinking about solid liquid solutions, again, this is just a reminder of nomenclature that we use, right? Solute is going to be our solid that's present in low concentrations, present in small amount, and it is dissolved in our solvent, which is what is present in, right, what we have a lot of, what the solid is dissolved in, usually water. But the thermodynamics we are discussing would apply to any other solvent we wanted to use as well. So there are two different types of solutes that we can look at, sort of two broad classes. One type is non-electrolytes. So these are things that do not dissociate when they are dissolved in water, so non-ionic substances, things like sugars or any other thing that, that's not ionic, right, that dissolves. So it doesn't produce ions when it dissolves, and then we have electrolytes. And as we'll discuss, electrolytes behave pretty non-ideally because of the charges that occur that when they dissolve, the positive and negative ions that are produced. And so we need to think about those a little bit differently than we do non-electrolytes. So these are things like salts, etc. Okay, and we're going to start with the non-electrolytes. But before we get into any of that, the first thing we're going to talk about is activities. So this is building on what we've talked about already in the previous set of videos about activities and defining those for solutes and solvents, and what are sort of the ways that we can do that.